why don't I have the passion? Where's that fire? And I want to share with you a little bit as to maybe why that could be the case for you. Because it was the case for me, and I had no idea that I was just spinning my wheels and not making any progress in that arena. With my personal story and journey, I was constantly in a state of just tension, frustration, constantly questioning myself. And I just would find those little band-aids to keep it all together, whether it was with friendships or whether it was with, you know, going out for some drinks or making some at home. And I, for the longest time, lived that way. And I know a lot of us do, and I'm not knocking that. It's our own experience. I'm just saying, I'm sharing this so if you are in a space of wanting to find your passion, create more passion in your life, you want that fire back in your belly, you want to stand up taller, and you want to be able to just almost feel like you want to scream on top of a mountain and just feel that power again. And that's who I'm talking to today. And I just really want us to just take a moment and think about what those passions are or what they could be. And if you are in a space of you're looking for it and you just think, hey, Vanessa, like I can't even think of what I could be passionate about. I'm not really sure where to even start. That's a good space to start. And then understanding like this isn't a free pass in a sense to say, oh, well, my nervous system is just a wreck and, that's probably why. And just like let it be, it's like almost you like know why you operate the way you do. And then you continue to choose, to stay on that, in that direction. This is more of a moment to kind of reflect on what is it that's consuming so much of your time, your energy, and your space, and your mind, and your body. Because when we take the time to shine a spotlight on those things, you therefore give its moment to shine rather than brush it under the rug. And then within that, you give yourself grace, recognize, yes, like that did happen, or I did feel this way, but now I'm choosing to relax, unclench my jaw. I'm choosing to, give my body what it needs right now. So going back to our passion and what might be in the way of you finding that is doing the same thing every single day, hoping for things to get better. Having the same response in regard to a conversation, a gut punch reaction, feeling the same way, almost like having a hurt feelings or easily swayed with your emotions. With if somebody says something to you, and ooh, that hurts, or if a situation, if it's repeating, it's asking to be validated, and it's asking for you to just recognize, hey, like I think it's time for me to let this go, and I'm going to choose this instead. And just taking the time to really understand, like, we aren't wrong. We just want to be heard, validated, and within that, there's so much power. And when we do that, then we have the space to create. But when we're stuck on that fight or flight response, that knee-jerk reaction, one person could say to you, I want to give you some examples because it's really easy just to say fight or flight response, but some relatable examples would be moments in time where I was just on autopilot and I felt a certain way, but it wasn't because of that specific person saying those specific things. It's because of a belief I had within myself that I was even reacting to that. At the end of the day, am I going to continue to take it personally and start questioning myself as to like, do I matter? Those kinds of things. Those are those knee-jerk reactions that are in the undercurrent. Constantly filling your time up with things that need to be done around the house as a distraction. And I understand there's things that are important as a homeowner and as a mother and as a woman. You want to make sure your space is, like how you like it, because you don't like clutter, because it feels good to have a clean house, or to be prepared. Be prepared to, to cook whatever you need with a nice clean kitchen and things like that. There are responsibilities that we have, but at the same time, I myself am guilty of this, is I start to stall. I know that I have a set list of things that I would like to accomplish that day or that week, that month. I've got goals. I set myself, I write them out. I'll either put them online on a Google Doc or whatever it may be for me. And I find myself filling my days up to the max sometimes, and almost like filling every single gap in with these chores or responsibilities, and there is no time for passion. There is no time for creation. And within that, I start to feel that overwhelm or frustration, but I need to stop and remind myself that it's because I didn't take the time. I didn't make the time for me and my time to create. That's my time to break away from the pattern. And so with this conversation, I'm hoping to shine a light on when it is that we're distracting ourselves. I'm taking a few moments, like right now. I stepped outside of my home so I can come out here and film with you guys while my kids are back at the house. And, I know that they're in good hands, and I know part of me, wants to be there and, entertain or, make sure that they feel like they're loved and things like that. But I know that if I don't get out here and create these videos that I set out to create, parts of my passion starts to crumble, and that doesn't feel good. And creation is different for everyone. It could be art, it could be dance, it could be maybe writing a book, it could be creating a YouTube channel, it could be so many different things that you can make. Like finding what works for you, what you're interested in, but it's going to take time and a deeper understanding of yourself and your patterns. Recognizing when you are in a pattern of ignoring your body to the point where you're just stocked full of errands and things to do around the house and these expectations that you put upon yourself. And when you're not taking time for yourself, and you start to ask yourself, like, where is my passion? Where is my where is not only my passion, but why haven't I been able to find it? And you just feel like you're doing the same thing every single day. And just trust that when you start to listen to your body and start to focus and realize that you are repeating patterns, you'll be able to slowly start to break those apart and make more time to get that fire burning in your belly again and start creating something that you've never thought that you were even capable of doing. And of course, it's going to feel weird, it's going to feel foreign, and you're going to wonder why you're even taking the time to do it. Sometimes to get to this space of creation, it does take some silence. And if being out on your own or having nothing going on in the background scares you, that's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. Getting that noise around you to slowly fade away is going to help the noise that's going on in your heart and in your mind and in your nervous system to slowly fade away. I'm not saying that it's going to go away completely, because there's moments in time where, your body just starts to just feel like just pent up, and you can release it in so many different ways. With exercise, with the foods that you eat. Maybe, one day a week you rely more on some citrus, some fruits, and eat your hydration. Maybe one day a week you take 3 or 4 hours for yourself to get outside. It's going to take some time, because we've learned over the years that it's okay to run ourselves into the ground. And this hamster wheel of pummeling ourselves and asking ourselves late at night when there's nobody awake, am I really contributing to society? Am I a good mother? Am I a good person? You're not going to have to ask yourself those questions, because you're going to know in your heart that you're doing the best that you can. And the most important thing is you investing in yourself, because then you're going to be able to show up better for your loved ones, your family, and ultimately have a more fulfilling life. So, main takeaway, don't be scared. It's going to take some time. Quiet that noise, that chaos, to let go of the chaos that's in here, and watch how you're able to create a little bit more freely, or those thoughts suddenly come up to you in your mind. You'll wake up from a dream and you'll say, gosh, like, I had the best idea. I'm going to try this. Or, you could be listening to a song and all of a sudden you just think of like an idea. You know what? I'm going to start recycling denim and I'm going to start embroidering them, because why not? I'm going to start, there's so many different ideas of ways to be creative, and I'm so excited to hear what you choose.